You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is TC and JP and me. Welcome to episode 275 of the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. It is the broadcast after Mania, the biggest show of the year, probably. We've got twists and turns and curveballs galore. Oh my. We will find out tonight at the end of the broadcast who, in fact, won the predictions contest and is the king of the nerds. Nick with the envelope in hand.
Can I just start off by saying we're not going to do it till the end, but there is a new king of the nerds.
I hope it's Tom.
So sorry, Jonathan Mayer, but you've been eliminated from contention. So we're down.
Wow, Jonathan Mayer eliminated from contention.
Big spoiler.
By God.
With six when he was at the bottom of the pack with 6 correct answers on the night.
Oof.
Sorry,
wow.
John.
It's tough job. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
But
WrestleMania is a thing that happened, and so were a lot of ads, ladies and gentlemen. Did you get your drumstick coupon for paying attention to WrestleMania?
No.
This is SummerSlam. Okay, I would just like to get this out of the way. Take away all of the ads. If you watched SummerSlam, WrestleMania with no ads, and it's just all back to back to back, it is still, Jesus Christ, the pacing, the production was god awful.
It didn't feel like WrestleMania.
I'm saying this strictly from a person that has taken television production classes. I don't mean to sound snarky and like, oh, inside baseball. No. This was horribly produced.
Yeah.
Like, the big thing that irks me is Braun Breaker comes back. Spoilers if you haven't seen WrestleMania. And they just totally missed the camera angle. For all the shit we gave Kevin Dunn, with the exception of Edge, goddamn could that man get angles right. Jesus.
I think
it wasn't that bad.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say that the guy who's running production is bad now. Let's see here. Where is he? His name is Kevin's son. Kevin's son.
I do have some quick numbers I want to run down here right now. So there were, during the course of WrestleMania, I don't know if this, I'm assuming this was night 1. Yes, this has got to be night 1. 86 minutes of action, 65 minutes of entrances, 75 minutes of ads.
That's
holy
night 1.
Shit! Night 1.
Yeah,
just night 1.
I've got those numbers on my paper. That is correct, Dave.
Now, for those of you who watched on ESPN, I don't know what the ads were different, but I watched using NordVPN, and I was able to watch on Netflix. They showed the Hulk Hogan ad every fucking time. And it wasn't like a little chunk here, a little bit here and there. No, it was like 3 minutes. The ad was 3 minutes, and it was just a scene from thing. So I don't think I need to watch that Hulk Hogan documentary because I think I saw the whole thing this weekend.
You just saw the first episode.
Oh, is it a docuseries? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I also was watching it that way because I tried to pay for it. I had the money to pay for it. I couldn't get it. I have an ESPN subscription. I couldn't get it. I'm like, I got it. I'll put it on I run everything through my PS5. I have the ESPN app on my PS5. I got the pre-show. And then it was nothing. And so I end up having to go to questionable places, and I got a European feed that was the same as yours. And I was shocked that this is WrestleMania, and there are more commercials during WrestleMania than an episode of Monday Night Raw, which, weirdly enough, about an hour difference in time, maybe 2 hours in time, and it's like the ad time in Raw compared to the ad time and that was ridiculous. That they wanted you to switch from ESPN2 to the ESPN app at a certain point. And I'm going, What insanity is this?
Yep.
Like,
So
put it all in one place.
So this was my first time. So Saturday, full transparency, I watched like JP did Saturday evening. But Sunday night, I Saturday I was DJing. Sunday night, I sat down and I put on ESPN and then I put on Netflix on the VPN just 'cause I want to see how it runs, what the lag is. The VPN was like a couple seconds behind ESPN. But when I was watching it up, like it went straight to the rest of the show. Like it didn't like reload or anything, or I had to like
Yeah.
watch a new program. My problem with WrestleMania as a whole, again, take away all the ads, the terrible production, the matchups for the most part felt like WrestleMania worthy matchups. Cody versus Randy, Roman versus Punk, Becky versus AJ, even Gunther versus Seth. It just like there were no shenanigans, nothing crazy. Roman fought in the main event for the 11th time, and nothing wacky happened.
That was
It was a
awesome.
straight up clean wrestling match. Granted,
That was
a good match.
he hit him with the
Yeah.
steps at one point.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
a wrestling match.
Yeah,
That was something I'm like, so you can use the steps and it's not DQ.
You can. Roman can.
I
I'm
think.
like-
Well, I think it was one of those. They did the thing that AEW and New Japan and every other wrestling promotion in the entire universe has been doing forever, where they go ref's discretion.
yeah.
So you can have the count out not happen where guys
I
are
was gonna say,
wrestling.
meanwhile, they were on count 69.
Yeah, they're
Hey.
wrestling up in the nosebleeds, and it's like they aren't even going to be able to make it back to the ring with a 50 count.
Yeah.
And the ref's
9 and
not
a half.
Yeah, the ref's not even counting, so it's like, oh, ref's discretion. And I don't hate that. I just kind of wish we hadn't. That wasn't the first time we saw that.
Yeah.
I have
Like-
a lot of thoughts.
Or just even if he hits him with the steps and like the referee's turning around. But like, Jesus. Tom, your thoughts?
I downloaded Fubo and got a free trial.
We
So
gotta end that thing pretty soon, Tom.
I already ended it. I ended it the second Mania ended.
Right after we finish recording.
Because like $70 a month.
Yeah.
I watched WrestleMania. I canceled plans this weekend to watch WrestleMania. I didn't cancel. I just chose not to. I prioritize wrestling, which I don't normally do. Nothing about WrestleMania felt like WrestleMania. On paper, like Dave said, the matches made sense as WrestleMania quality matches. But the entrances didn't feel like WrestleMania quality entrances. The backstage segments didn't feel like WrestleMania quality.
There were no backstage segments.
The matches in general didn't feel like WrestleMania quality. It was
They were all
so
6 to 7
disappointing.
minutes.
Well, and not only that, but like, well, here's another commercial for 3 minutes.
Yep.
Here's another
Really,
commercial for an hour and a half. I'm so fucking done with WWE making their product. One, and I complain about this weekly. One, it's really hard to watch. So my friend has ESPN Premium or whatever, and I've tried logging into it because he's given me the information, and I can't watch it there. So I've got to figure out something for every fucking pay-per-view. And now the pay-per-views they're not worth it. Like, I'm not going to waste my time trying to come up with a new email address to do a new Fubo account and all this stuff every time because it's not worth the trouble. It's not worth it for me to watch these pay-per-views because there's not wrestling.
Yeah.
There's not story. There's not theater. There's commercials, Slim Jim tables, and nothing. The saving grace of what truly felt, and it's going to sound so fucking stupid, the only thing that felt like WrestleMania to me was Danhausen.
Oh my God.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. It was comedy gold. It made sense.
Yep.
And it was just, it's what you put a moment in the show for something silly, fun, playful.
Wait a minute, Tom. Hold on. Let me get this right. You like the portion of the show where there's a guy wearing makeup and a bunch of little people also wearing makeup. Is Danhausen the second coming of Doink?
Oh my God.
Might be.
Oh, JFK me back into the left. My mind has been blown. Shit.
That's where my brain immediately went when he had
Yeah.
all those guys come out. And I'm like, this is awesome. I love it.
I could move now.
Also, just credit to Michael Cole for the delivery of when he goes, "It's midgets, and before you people online come after me, that's what they told us to call them." I was like, that had me rolling.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious.
That to me felt like WrestleMania should.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
There were a couple other moments here and there.
Mm-hmm.
It barely kept my attention. It felt like SmackDown and Raw.
Yep.
Commercials. They broke the pace.
They broke things up. The pace was off because of so many ads. And then between matches, there's like 37 minutes.
I will push back slightly on you with the entrances. The entrances did feel WrestleMania-esque.
No, one or two.
To an end.
Some.
The big problem I have, and I don't know what it was, if it was their audio, if it's the sound reverberation of Allegiant Stadium, but first of all, if you're gonna have a band come out and play somebody to the ring, have them fucking play them to the ring. Don't lip sync. If Liv Morgan is lip syncing, that's fine. If the Wonder Years are gonna come out, let the man fucking sing so he's not a half second behind. Now again, maybe the backing track is off, but like it's literally the man has come. I'm like, oh my God. Or change the track that you're singing to so it is a different version from what she always comes out to on Monday. God damn, was that embarrassing.
Yep.
You know what? I think I figured out what it is.
They're good.
And it just dawned on me. So I've been saying for weeks now that AAA has been killing it. Their production's gone up. They haven't had any of these weird miscues. The cameramen aren't looking at some lady in the crowd in the fifth row. They aren't having the music get screwed up, the cards exactly the way they said. I think AAA and WWE switched production teams and like WrestleMania 100% felt like an old AAA show with all the just script. Like if Vampiro got up and farted on a mic, screaming, put on my music, it would have been nothing would have changed about that show because that's like honestly, that is the way it felt. There was so much like stuff that you're just like this isn't supposed to happen. And I mean, I agree. There was some I get confused with the entrances because you'd have one person come out who would have a banger entrance. Like I like Trick Williams' entrance. I thought that super long jacket. Yeah, it's simple. I thought that was kind of cool. But then you'd have other entrances where there'd be nothing. Like a guy would I'm just coming out.
Sammy.
Like, dude, like I'm not saying you have to do something crazy. Like you don't have to go absolutely crazy with every entrance, but like just put a little bit of sauce on it,
Yep.
Like because there was some that just it was so cool, and then the person who came out would be like, oh, and his opponent doesn't give a crap about anything.
It's Sammy. I'll say this. I loved Dominic and Finn's entrances. Finn, of course, was awesome. I'll say this. My one fear when Finn came out was that when all the streamers fell down, that I was going to be pissed off like when the Young Bucks have a match at All in London and their stuff gets caught in the trussing above and it's just waving for the rest of the show. And I'm like, God damn it. Get a fucking claw and just pull it down. And but luckily they had no problems with that.
I like the with that match was at the end. Finn he came into the match with red contacts in. At the end of the match, one of the contacts had been knocked out. So he had the one red eye and the one blue eye, and I was like,
yeah.
And I saw it again on Raw, and I was like, dude, that's actually like super cool.
I was like, that man looks like he has 3D glasses on.
Yeah, it was like it's a cool visual.
Yep.
I like that they spun the angle of not that Finn needs the demon in order to do blah blah blah. More like he can't control the demon, and Dom pulled it out of him, and not that. And I like that better because it makes it doesn't make it so that Finn needs the demon in order to win. It's more like he doesn't have control over it and all that. It's a good way to explain something that they've done a not great job explaining.
Yeah. You know what I need explained to me? Is Brock Lesnar retired? Because I don't think he is. I don't believe it.
I think this. I think two things. Two things
Hey,
about
yes.
that. First off, I'll say this. So, Tom ran away.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, good. So, Brock, you can see it. His heart wasn't in it. He watched last week's episode. He heard Tom say the things that Tom said, and it broke him. And then on top of that, I have my sources that they have to remain nameless because we have to protect the innocent. But I've got my insider information here. Tony Jones.
Hey, fuck Tony Jones.
He personally coached Brock Lesnar and is the #1 Brock Lesnar fan. And said, "Listen, Brock, if you lose this match, don't worry. I have so much faith you're going to win that if you lose, I personally will retire from everything."
Yep.
And that, at least according to my sources, that's what happened.
So he said
And
pasta is disgusting.
So yeah, I'm just saying, Tony Jones now has to retire. Tony Jones, you have to retire
from everything. That means
R.I.P. Tony Jones. I'll say this. Gunther was talking about the favor he's owed from Paul Heyman on Raw tonight.
SummerSlam's in Minneapolis.
I think, yes. Because nobody is just clearly saying he's done, thank you, yada, yada. No. He's gone till SummerSlam.
Except Paul Heyman busted out his ECW Paulie Heyman.
That was good.
That promo. It's like, get that man a baseball hat and his leather jacket back, because I'm like, holy crap.
Brock's got to go away because he's mentioning an ongoing lawsuit about sex trafficking and sexual assault 44 times. So
I think
peace out, Cub Scout.
I think Gunther, just leading up to SummerSlam, keeps kind of egging on Paul.
Yep.
Doing something, treating him like shit, whatever.
Yep.
And then Brock comes back and says, "That's it. Like, Paul's my guy. You can't treat him like this. Me and you, I lose, I quit."
I think it's a favor. I think that's what
that's what the favor is. So
yeah,
because that's the thing. Like, we've seen this before with favors and Paul Heyman. The favor doesn't get called in for 6 months or so. We kind of forget about it for a while, and it's like, boop.
So, I do like that Obafemi came off of that match the same way. Like, I know that Brock Lesnar, whatever, but when he came into wrestling, Taker did what Brock is doing for Obafemi. Taker did for Brock. And like made him look legit fast. And I like that. I always like it when guys do that. You just took the Obafemi and turned it into Jeff Hardy, Dave. I don't know how you did it. But you're just defaulting to Jeff Hardy. You can't help yourself. You hear that Death from Above 1979 song. Yeah, no, it's not.
I hate this show.
Does my name say Owen Carpenter?
Yep. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Oh, besides, let me be. Hold on, time out. I want to be bushy here for a second. This is by far my most favorite WrestleMania I've ever watched, and it had nothing to do with the card whatsoever.
This is his WrestleMania 9.
I don't ever talk about this on here, but my oldest son Owen, he's on the autism spectrum, and he will watch wrestling, but he doesn't care. But for some reason, this WrestleMania, he got locked in, like literally watched the whole entire show with me. He was asking questions, was into it enough that on Sunday he went and found all the micro brawlers that I have hidden all around the house that I gave to him and all in a ring. Was in there. He built an entrance stage with Duplos. And whole thing.
That's awesome.
And then on Sunday he watched the whole show with me. I mean, all the way up to it was super, super cool. So I just want to say that I don't care. It's like a whole different experience watching it with him because it's like watching it from like a kid's perspective, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not gonna lie, a little bit jealous of you.
Yeah, Randy,
and
then he couldn't understand because he was like, it was Randy Orton the first night, so then the next night he couldn't comprehend Roman Reigns, so he just let's go Randy Reigns, let's go Randy.
I acknowledge Randy Reigns.
Roman. He was standing there with his finger up and everything. He was like super, super mesmerized, bro. Didn't care for the Demon Finn Balor very much. Was not.
What were his thoughts on Danhausen?
Danhausen. I don't know. He seemed confused about Danhausen.
I mean,
a lot of people were.
But I just want to say, I just made me think of that when I seen it.
But like, so there's the thing, right? Like, we can bitch and moan about wrestling because it
But he
disappoints
didn't care.
us.
He didn't care about any of that kind of
We
stuff.
can bitch and moan about everything. But it's the moments that you have with your kid that's like, this is cool.
100%.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, now he's into it. He's talking about it all the time. It's like, oh, wrestling.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's
He's
cool.
like, caught the bug.
That's super awesome, dude.
That's fantastic. Transitioning to another child, I think John Cena had an adorable moment when Bianca Belair comes out and announces her pregnancy with fucking abs. She's fucking pregnant with abs, which made me mad.
I called it.
That you can
I
have a
called
baby.
it.
where they
I
put-
called it.
They put
Incredible.
Capital One
But
I
Bank.
thought
on
they
the front.
announced that like a million years ago. Like I don't
That
know.
you could be
Like
pregnant with abs, or that she was
right,
pregnant.
she was pregnant.
Ah.
That's why I was like, I didn't think that like she came out and did that. I'm like, yeah, haven't we like known this for months?
No, she's had that finger, and you could see on her left hand. I think it's her left ring finger was still taped up.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that John Cena comes out to announce the attendance 50,816. Bianca comes out and announces she's pregnant, and he goes, "Hold on, we have to update the number. It's 50,817." And I was like, "That's adorable. Like that's a
but
cool
a
little
fetus
mania
isn't a
moment."
baby.
But
4,000 less than last year.
45, yeah, 4,500 more on night 2 than night 1. From what I've told, they
and
opened up
compared to-
some more upper deck seating.
Compared to
But-
last year, they did the numbers were worse.
Yeah, no,
Talk about
and I
one
think
more
fights.
child. What about little Brody versus Joey Janela?
I have mixed feelings about that because I love that Brody Lee Jr. is doing something and he looked great.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I have personal feelings about Janela that has nothing to do with wrestling. It has everything to do with I don't like him when he's drunk.
I don't think anyone does.
fair. I think we're all
Somebody does. Brett Lauderdale. Jeez,
Yeah.
I'm bringing up names here. I'm bringing
Oh.
up names. Gonna get us banned on the thing.
on MySpace.
I did
That's right.
see clips from Sandman's match.
Yeah,
That's
Invisible Stan getting beat up by Mick Foley. What a time!
I seen the most fucked up tweet. It was like, "This is great. It's sad that Sandman's going to die in 2 months because that's what happened last year."
Oh my god.
Well, we'll get that brawler, that commemorative brawler.
Brody Lee Jr. might die then.
I gotta say, Sandman. I went to I think it was Outlaw was doing a show and he was. I don't know if he was wrestling. I think he was just there. And he came out and cut a promo, was doing his, the legend of the show type thing. Oh, no, he was working. I think he worked Crowbar. But he did his entrance, and he doesn't drink anymore. But he came out with beers and all that. So he's running around the crowd, and instead of drinking, he's pouring the, beer down everyone's face and all that. So I'm watching the show with Casanova Valentine, who was my roommate at the time. And we're both just in the back, just kind of hanging out, just watching the show. He had worked the shows, but we're watching. Sandman comes over, pours half the beer down my throat, pours half the beer down Casanova Valentine's throat, and Sandman keeps going. And the two of us mark out like we're kids.
I mean, I was just sitting there thinking like that's like a bucket list shit for me. It's like
that, and the thing is, that was definitely it was completely unexpected, but like just such a cool thing. And Sandman, such a cool dude. And I'm happy that he's retiring, and I hope it's because he's choosing to and not because he has to.
Yeah. I was shocked that his last match was going to be against him, the Air.
Yeah. Jesus.
But it also kind of made sense, right? Like, kind of made sense.
Save
Oh, he's
the
out
bumps
there
he's
dropping-
going to take.
Save the bumps.
Mick Foley looked good too. It looks like Mick Foley lost a lot of weight since the last time I seen
Yeah.
him.
He fluctuates, but I think he's doing really
He's
well.
He's on a program or something right now. He said it on. If you follow social media, he mentions it on there.
DDPY.
That too.
Looks like
Tom's got glasses wide.
One more match.
That makes sense too. He's doing DDPY and Tom's got glasses Y,
Yeah.
which is why he's looking so good.
Yeah.
So,
I read somewhere that he was set. He was going to have a match against MJF on AEW, but he couldn't pass the physical to do the match.
Foley?
Yeah, so that I had heard that he had said that before, that there was like a plan for him, Foley versus MJF.
That's crazy.
MJF is filming. He's working on some film right now. That
Street
is
Fighter 2
Street Fighter 2's been filmed already.
with the Young Bucks.
But no, they already he's filming something right now, and that's
Happy Gilmore 3.
it might be.
It could be.
And but I would I kind of expect him to disappear for a hot second because of that. Because he wants to, that's apparently what he wants to do.
He's good at He's good at it.
Yeah, yeah. And he's thinking ahead. He's thinking he's already thinking the next step, which I will give him that. He's a smart guy when it comes to his career, and he's done a couple of things that have been a little suspect, but they were negotiation tactics that worked well in his favor. You know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's going to go to WWE and all this stuff. I honestly don't think that's going to happen due to the fact that he's going to be paid as long as Tony Khan has money. MJF is going to get paid, and he's going to have the freedom to do the stuff that he wants to do.
Yep.
I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Fair.
No.
Plus, he's got years on his contract left. Years.
Yeah.
Speaking of things changing sometime soon, are we changing Kings yet? Are we gonna get this?
Well, do we have any more words? Anybody have anything left to say about WrestleMania?
I hate Tony Jones. Hulk Hogan.
I want to see Tony Jones and it's in a what's they smack each other? What's it called? Power slap.
Power slap.
I gotta say, man, that shit's stupid.
Then once you knock him out, you'd be like Jake Hager, you're like, fuck you.
I'm like, we're so concerned about, with all due respect, yes, it's cool to see that knockout shit, but we're so concerned about head trauma in football, yet power slap is somehow
it's so organized. I hate it. I fucking hate it. There's nothing I like about that.
At least boxing you can defend. They don't hit each other in the head every time.
I like nothing about power slap. All right, I'm done.
I'm going to counterpoint that real quick, only because
counter slap.
So I know a lot of the guys who are doing power slap. They're a lot of indie wrestlers, and this is the best paycheck they've ever gotten in their life. And they have insurance for the first time in their life, some of them.
Oh.
And the money and the bet, like if they lose, they're getting paid enough to where they can afford to, not be wrestling all the time. And I'm looking at it from this, they're going to get hit in the head anyways, because these guys are idiots who think unguarded chair shots are fun.
Of course.
But at the same time, I'm like, I look at these guys and I go, I'm glad that Zicky Dice has that going for him, and he's making, and they're still doing indie shows and stuff, but it's like the money that they're making, even if they lose,
didn't Zicky Dice get like really fucked up, like he was like super injured in power slap?
He did get a little beat up. He got slapped in the head a bit.
I heard him on like a podcast talking about like he had been out for like almost a year or something like that because like the power slap injury or something. But maybe
there was a number of things going on there. But he's I'm just saying there's some of these guys that they're making money and they're making way better money. And the thing is they're actually they're legitimately training. They're going to the UFC training center in Vegas, and like there are guys I know who are indie wrestlers who still haven't seen them do their stuff. We did finally get to see a couple of Samoans, which is always fun. And were they cousins of The Rock, Dave? Yes, they were. They always are. Except for Samoa Joe, who's the only Samoan.
Money's right. I ain't gonna lie. If they paid me enough money, I would
honestly thought about it. Like, I'm not even kidding. I want to, because I found out what the money was.
That's a little CTE.
And I do okay. I make okay money, but like that money, I'm going. So hold on, I got to train a bunch for this, and I do one every 3 months, maybe one every 6 months. There's not a big heavyweight group there.
Mm-hmm.
The money's really good. I was very close.
They approached me and they said, Tom, we'd love to have you on Power Slap. You're just too tall.
We don't have any ladders.
Nobody can reach.
Someone can reach your face.
That's the problem. That is the problem.
To reel it back in, anyone else have any final thoughts on WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Overall, it was an okay show, but for WrestleMania, okay is not good.
It was an okay show. It was not WrestleMania.
Yeah,
It could have been a Backlash Tampa.
I was thinking Saturday night main event feeling.
Yep.
Well,
Fair.
a little bit bigger version of that.
Yep.
Oh, Tom, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you have been, and I may have asked you this already, but I have to ask you again. So you've been a luchador mask collector.
Yes.
Have you looked at those official NFL AEW masks?
Tom loves it.
I have not, because I don't care about football.
That's the only reason I'm asking is not because you care about football, but
They look.
to,
I mean, they look like standard okay masks.
see, that's exactly what I thought, because I've got a couple of really good masks that are they're a little stretchy. They're made out of really nice material. They're stuff that looks like the things that guys actually wear.
Yeah,
and those AEW masks, I just don't. I have a
yeah.
better one. I got it at a street vendor in Mexico,
and that's
$20.
That's the thing, is if you're gonna make masks and charge $50 a mask, make it a $50 mask.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, make it a $50 mask.
Make it a $50 mask. And you know what? Let's make it official. We have been waiting 1 year in the making. When Harold said, no king, we figure it out. Jonathan Mayer reclaims it at the Royal Rumble. Let's find out who is the king.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna eliminate some people first.
Okay.
Because just to build up some suspension. So we've already eliminated John Mayer at 6. Well, unfortunately, two people tied at 8 was the next number up, and there was 2 people. So Kathleen has been eliminated at 8, and I'm sorry, Tom, but you've also been eliminated at 8. I'm sorry, buddy. I hate to break it down. It's down to Dave and JP, which literally came down to the very last match of the night.
Oh crap!
And
did it really?
It did come out to the very last match of the night, and this is not going to make a lot of people happy to say this, but we have a new king, and it's the King DaveCTheVoice reigns once again on the front.
Oh man!
Let's
Are
go!
You serious? I picked the wrong one.
Who do you think you are? I am.
JP got 9. Dave, I don't think it would have mattered though, because you would have tied at 10, and then I don't think JP's 18 hours would have held up on the tiebreaker. So
I didn't think that we were going to get to the tiebreaker. That's why I put that down.
Dave only getting 2 matches wrong on the whole entire weekend. Everything.
Hold on, Dave. King
Dave.
The floor is yours.
This feels right. This crown is back where it belongs. And for years now, I have been chasing what has always been mine. I have been busting my ass to make this show what it is. And everyone that has ever worn this crown has made royal declarations. Well, it's time for me to make a royal declaration. I am the lifeblood. I am the heartbeat. I am the backbone of this broadcast. And I declare that I am sick and tired of being the only person here that gives a flying about this show. Everybody wants to do all these great things, right? Tom wants to be an influencer in the glasses world. Nick wants to be an entrepreneur with his pool business. And JP, I don't even know why the fuck you're here, let's be quite honest. Okay? But you know what? I run a successful DJ business. I have 25 million views on TikTok. And yet I still, for 275 consecutive episodes, have shown up on every episode of this show. You see a graphic posted, it's me. You see a picture designed, a shirt designed, that's me. When we sponsored Spring Slam, do you know where that money came from? It didn't come from Patreon money. It didn't come from Pro Wrestling Tees. No. That money, that came out of my pocket. How you doing, Ryan Crossley? I'm still waiting on my 8x10s. I am sick and tired of being the only one going to wrestling shows and handing out these goddamn cards to people. Watch the show. Will you give us a subscribe? Will you like us on Instagram? Follow us on Facebook and all that stuff. So guess what? April 2nd, 2027. You have just less than a year. I want 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I want 1,000 followers on Instagram. I want 1,000 followers on Facebook. And I want DDJ to look down the barrel of the camera because I'm talking to you right now, pal. No one gives a flying about your, I got screwed out of a toy crown that's on a show that I don't do. Nobody cares, buddy, because you haven't done jack for this show. We did more for your show by giving you the rub, the first rub that you've probably gotten in a long time, by going on your show when we appeared to give you a little rub, because we have more views on one episode from Jonathan Hodap and his one lone comment an episode than you got on anything. If you're watching this, that's great. Interact with it. Like the video, like I say. Subscribe to the video, like I say. Because if you don't, if we don't get 2,000 subscribers, if we don't get 1,000 followers on Instagram and Facebook, guess what? To quote my best friend and the greatest of all time, this crown, I am taking it home with me. Nobody will get a shot at this crown ever again. Because April 2nd, 2027, if we don't get those followers, if we don't get those subscribers, guess what? This show is done. This crown dies with me. This show dies at my hand. Do yourself a favor. Do everyone in this room a favor. Like the goddamn video. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all the platforms of social media. The ball is in your court, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm tired of being the only person to put in the work. Your work starts now. Good night, everyone, and God bless America.